Okay, Dhamma friends, we are going to start the last Dhamma discussion of this October Kalalgoda English Medium Retreat. So as usual, Chandrika is ready with the two written questions. So we will start the session with written questions. Yeah, he's going to decrease. Yeah, seems good.
Report number 1. Most Venerable Swami Mahansa. Sitting meditation. When I start the sitting meditation, after a few minutes, I hear sounds and feel body sensation. Then I watch the thoughts. First few minutes, I attach the thoughts and start inner chatter. After that, I can watch them. When I see the thoughts, it is like a dream. There are a lot of thoughts coming but not interrelated. The pictures, Rupa Sanya, appears and it is like a dream. Sometimes I am part of it. The time I realize that I don't need to involve in this story, I feel freedom. I experience the moments without thoughts, and that time background is crystal clear. When thoughts appear, that background is losing. My eyes are tightly closed like in a deep sleep. I experience things and sensation like sleep, but fully aware what's happening. After getting up from the meditation, body and mind fully relaxed. Thero and silent.
Yeah, just continue. So the same thing try to do while walking as well. Now you have certain experience in the sitting. So can you have the same thing walking? It may be challenging at the beginning because while sitting you are fairly powerful in the sense that there are no much distractions. So as a result of that, you can continue with the support of the concentration, with the support of this limited environment, limited distractions, you can continue easily. But while walking, it would be difficult. So there may be difficult to have absence of thoughts. Every time they may be carried away by the sights, sounds, etc. So the challenge is there. So now you have recognized this kind of a very good state. Is it possible to repeat the same while on walking? It's not that you are trying to achieve it, rather see whether you can maintain mindfulness, being aware of various thoughts and knowing thoughts as merely thoughts, not being carried away by them, not driven by them. And as you are well established in that mindful setting, then slowly, even while walking, the thoughts may disappear. So even though body is walking, now actually you are practicing Chittanupassana. You are simply watching the mind while body is walking. And then maybe time to time, there also you might experience, now there are no thoughts. Body is simply moving silently, but complete inner silence is there. So very, very beautiful state. And the sitting session is quite successful, so you have experienced that. So now try to expand that. Even while sitting, can you spend a little more time? So may I know who has written it? Yeah. Try to spend, how long can you stay in the sitting now? Like that. 45 to 50. During that time, how many thoughts have received? Sorry? Right. How long, like? Without much distractions, without much interactions, no fabrications, just be how long? Approximately, I am not precise thing. Maybe 15 minutes? Okay, then further continue. Because this mind state, the mind has to properly recognize. So this is possible. And then you feel confidence. Okay, this is possible. This is not the big deal. So likewise, slowly, you develop confidence. Then it properly registers in the mind. Then easily you can jump to it. Without going through this whole Vipassana process, traditional anicca dukkha anatta, whatever that traditional method, now you can simply jump to that. It's a shortcut. But you may, you may not be able to maintain because enough momentum is not there. Strength is not there. There now, why this breaks? So this is because of the defilements. So now it's a matter of recognizing further defilements, so that more and more you are attacking the defilements, attacking or recognizing and allowing them to pass, not promoting them. So even though now you jump, you can stay. Less breaks, less disturbances, something like that. Yeah. Right. Thoughts. Right. Thoughts. Right. Time I am walking. Sorry, I didn't get you. Right. 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 Yeah, yeah. Right. No problem. So don't worry, because you already know through the sitting you have some experience. Hands-on experience is there. So you know what is the, the goal we are to reach. So now it's a matter of handling all these incoming thoughts properly. The more and more be mindful. So then the same thing you can achieve while walking as well. So, right. Exactly. So that's the thing. So even though it breaks, just keep the mind relaxed. Just start through Chittanupassana. No need to put to the left, right, or whatever the bodily sensations now. Just start watching the mind. So don't worry about the thoughts now, because you know they are merely thoughts, but time to time you are carried away. But you gain confidence now. And mind itself is telling now it's difficult for me to watch all these. Let me be free. Let me be alone. Let me have a little bit of rest. It prefers that. So let it be. Then, these thoughts also now slowly disappear or shorten, and you may start watching one after the other. So likewise, improvements may happen directly through the Chittanupassana. So allow that process to develop further now. No need to, hang on with the body now. No problem. Right. 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 That's the thing. So these are the insights. So we understand our own stupidity. So how stupid this mind is. He's asking this and that, and how it is preparing its own story, and unnecessary completely. And why am I participating in that? Why am I promoting that? So we ourselves really have proper understanding. So this real mess, unnecessary thing, they are not really me. The thoughts does not represent me. Well, there's a book called Thoughts Without a Thinker by, Mark Epstein. See, one of the very prominent Buddhist psychiatrists in US. So his theme is called Thoughts Without a Thinker. Thoughts are there, but now you are not having any relationship to them, so they are going on. So don't worry about them and let it go, and you are simply stand by. So since you are not promoting that, and you see, in a kind of dispassionate way, without participating it, without promoting it, without being delighted by that, so they slowly start weakening. So don't worry. Another 2 weeks, you're done. Good. Since
she mentions that at times that happened to me also, like while I'm meditating, I get thoughts, and then at times I can hear, like not hear, I can memorize what you said. Is that I'm in meditation, or is that I'm not in proper meditation?
So actually, everything is in the meditation. We have to say, because you are aware of the whole process, no? So you are fully mindful. Now, what I said, you remember this as something mentioned. So you are fully aware that also is there, and certain other distractive thoughts are there. Still, you are aware, and maybe your mind is silent. Still, you are aware. So this awareness is the most important thing. So we can't say, therefore, it is outside meditation. It is also included, and so we are giving kind of more marks for the silence. So maybe that's, but everything is part of the whole meditation session. So even, by seeing all these thoughts, their content, so still we are realizing our character, what are the character traits. So it is not complete garbage. Now all these thoughts represent certain amount of our character, no? So what are my preferences? What are my latent tendencies? What are my still further desires? Where the thoughts are directed? So all that understanding really reveals myself. So who else going to reveal that? So I myself have to reveal my inner, tendencies. Then only I can have a proper solution. So therefore, everything is fairly inside the meditation. So Vipassana, therefore, in this sense, so everything happens within your purview, within your mindfulness setting. So everything included. Yeah.
Report number 2, walking meditation. During walking, I concentrate on touch of the soles. At times, I can walk without any disturbance, a one full stretch, but at times, thoughts appear, but I can mindfully control it. Like this way, I can walk for about 45 minutes. Sitting meditation. Watching the in-breath and out-breath at the nostrils. However, with great determination, I manage the pains and arising thoughts, and it too disappear. With great determination and effort, I keep my mind at the nostrils, and I come to a situation that I dwell in a bright space, like I am in an illuminated observatory. Would appreciate your guidance on how to progress further.
May I know who has written that? Yeah. Can you come to the front? Yeah, please. Yeah. So basically, how long are you meditating now? Off and on, not continuous. At home, no, there is no scheduled or kind of habitual kind of meditation. Okay. So how are you starting Anapanasati? Is it Anapanasati you are continuing? Okay. So you are simply watching the breath, that's all. So then the lights appear. Bright light appear. That's it. Okay. Fine. Yeah, definitely. Okay. While walking, how are you practicing walking? Okay. Fine. Effort is okay. The thing is, now this light indicates certain amount of concentration in the mind. But now try to give some more wisdom part as well. So for that you do more walking now. So while walking now, there are various sensations available. Look at them closely, carefully. So how these sensations are happening? Say when your foot is touching the ground, what are the sensations happening? Is it only the hardness? Is it on the roughness or smoothness? This and that. So recognize as many as possible different characteristics. And maybe which part of the foot touching the first? Maybe what are the other parts not touching? So likewise, a kind of a experiment, kind of a investigation. Now you need to do that. Investigative skill has to be developed in the mind. So for that, the exercise is recognizing all these little phenomena. So then it is not merely samadhi, concentration, but we are adding the sampajanya, the wisdom part as well. Then you are very much like parallelly you are developing several what we call the indriyas, several faculties. So while sitting, probably what else are you experiencing before getting to this bright light? So what else happens before? Can't hear. Right. So it's completely through samadhi you are going through. So when the this kind of a image, bright light happens, so we look at it and slowly we be one with it. Whole thing eliminated. Yeah. No, the thing is this bright light embraces us. So it starts spreading all around. So then we are totally in it. We are totally immersed in it. Exactly. So that's, this is the absorptions. This is where the absorptions happening. So, mind very much like stopped and you are locked there. Lost there in a way. Yeah. So that's why, before this happens, are there any bodily experiences that you are going through? Maybe bodily sensations, anything? Can't? So then better before going there, now say, just now, here we have come too far in the concentration. But before coming that far, you need to start certain amount of contemplations within the body. Say, while you are sitting, what are the touching sensations available right now? Now say, for example, while you are sitting like that, maybe the knees, you can feel certain amount of tension, maybe stiffness. Or while holding the mic, you can feel the weight, you can feel maybe the coldness, etc., etc. So likewise, throughout the body. Yes. Yeah. So while holding, so you can feel the touching sensation. Say this, while holding like this, okay, the touch sensations are there, many sensations. Now, without, any verbalization, you just keep your attention here. Now, rather than keeping your attention at the nostril, now assume that your legs are crossed like this and you feel a certain amount of pressure there. Try to keep your attention there. Slowly, your complete samadhi will shift to here. Then start observing that. Sorry? Yeah, that's the thing. You are not going to the absorption then. Rather, the developed samadhi is now you are trying to use for the vipassana. Recognizing various phenomena happening throughout the body. So you are using this concentration skillfully to develop vipassana, to develop wisdom. Now, simply being in the samadhi does not develop wisdom. You are simply hanging on there. Now, here, before getting to that absorption level, now you are recognizing various bodily sensations, keeping your attention there and doing some investigation. So we are now shifting to vipassana purposely actually. So try to start developing that and do more walking and do the same thing actually. While walking, you have to do the same thing. Say various sensations are happening in your foot while walking and observe, investigate how they are coming, how they are rising, how they are changing, how they are disappearing. All that you start a complete investigative path now. Because since you have certain amount of concentration, you can properly do it. It's a matter of properly, using that skill properly, transferring that concentrated mind properly to the other sensations happening in the body, to the foot, like that. You can do that. So, yeah, Thero and Vanaya.
Report number 3, Thero and Nissarana, Venerable Bhante. Sitting meditation. On the very first day when I was doing sitting meditation, it was very hard to find in-breath and out-breath. Thoughts were coming out like a popcorn machine non-stop. I let it go because I couldn't stop it at all.
Could they have something for the lunch actually?
On the second day morning session, too was like that, but a bit less thoughts. All of a sudden, second day afternoon, it stopped, and I observed that I can hear surrounding sounds but no thoughts. First it was like 5 to 10 minutes and maximum maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I was wondering what happened to the thoughts. I wanted to breathe, but suddenly remembered Bhante said, just be there. It was so peaceful and calm. On and off, as soon as one thought comes, I can just let it go and able to come back to where there's no thoughts. This was my first experience without thoughts. I think I have to increase the time where there are no thoughts. Please advise me, Bhante. Much merits.
May I know who has written that? Okay. From Oman to no thoughts. Yeah. So is it now you have gone through certain amount of investigation already, right? Yeah. So, while you are going through certain amount of investigation, you come across no thoughts region, correct? Okay, then just stay there. And the thing is, immediately we won't come to the very perfect kind of purification or very perfect kind of detached state. So certain amount of maybe sanya perceptions are hanging on, and maybe little bit of blurred mind states are there. But overall, comparatively, there's a significant less thoughts, less disturbances, less feelings, and less perceptions. Now, once you recognize that, just stay there. Then slowly, the minor level of purification happen. Subtle level of purification happen. Then only you may get into the very much like a better purification. Yeah. Right. What happened? Yeah. So now, the thing is, it is a matter of practicing. So the practicing takes us to detachment. So these thoughts are, coming more and more because we have certain amount of attachment. We welcome them. We have some certain amount of delight in them. We promote them basically. If not, they are not coming. Like a stray cat, so you start feeding it. So next day also you can see whether there's something going to be offered for me. If you are not promoting, then it will go for something else, someone else. So someone else's head, another thought, not coming to you, your head. Yeah, there was right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I bring it out and after that we'll open for
Right.
Vote of thanks. Thank you very much for all the organizers for giving me the opportunity to participate in this 3 days retreat. After very long years, I spoke very few words per day during all 3 days. It showed me I can wait without talking. Much credit to Bhante for the guidance and Dhamma sermons in English. Earlier I thought maybe I will not understand, but it wasn't like that. Bhante explained it so nicely for anyone to understand easily. Much merit to all of you.
So that means my English is like Sinhala. So you can understand. Very hard. Wow. Okay, good. So that's the end of the written questions. So if you have any more questions, we can spend some more time. And can't hear. Like switch on, I think. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Somebody is there to watch. There is a thinker. Watcher. Observer. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Automatically. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thing is, I think this is our interpretation. So previously we have kind of a strong presence of ourselves. So strong presence. Okay, there is someone or something is going on. I am quite aware of it. So active observation is there. But later it happens kind of a natural observation, a little bit of passive observation, effortless observation. So this previously we are deliberately maintaining mindfulness, otherwise mind get distracted, and then mindfulness become available, continuous, less effort, and once we achieve kind of a detached level, nothing is there, so the mindfulness is there. So you have nothing to do. So something is happening, so you have nothing to do. So you simply watch it, it will naturally go away. So it is very much like, now say, as the previous statement, thoughts without a thinker. So we recognize there is no thinker here. There is no someone who is belonging thoughts. The thoughts doesn't belong to me. Then why should I bother about them? Why should I going to be responsible about them? Thinking that they are my son, they are my children. They are no one. They are simply coming, say, passing by thoughts. So you don't need to catch them and put into yourself. Let it go. So like, now that's very interestingly mentioned in the Kalakarama Sutta, where Buddha mentioned, say, seeing is just seeing, and don't think that it is necessary to see. Must see. There is no something like that. Even you don't see it, it's not necessary. Don't worry about it. And again, interesting part is not that. Interesting part is there is no seer. It's ER. There is no person who is seeing. So similarly, there are, say, sounds are there. So don't think that the sound is something. And if you didn't hear, don't worry about that either. Don't, proliferate about that either. I couldn't hear it, there's a beautiful, what's that, bajau, I don't know what's the English term. Yesterday night, I couldn't hear it. I could hear it properly for 1.5 or 2 hours, fully awake. Yeah, my goodness. So, but you didn't hear, no, don't worry about that. So don't worry about it. It's useless. So no need to listen to it. Nothing worthy of listening. That's the point. Nothing worthy of listening. If you listen to that, if you heard that, even that is useless. So I can't say, okay, I am the one only listen to it, so you guys couldn't listen to it. It's the real best music ever heard. No, it's all garbage. And the other thing is, there is no one who is hearing. There is no person hearing it either. So that is the hard part. So that is the Buddha's finding in a way. Now, certain other religions have gone to some extent, but they have attributed there is a seer, there is an observer, there is someone experiencer. So that is the self, that is the Brahma, Atma. But the Buddha's teaching, so Buddha said, nothing is there. There is no seer even, there is no hearer, there is no who one is taster, whatever. And there is no even a thinker. Thoughts are coming and going. Nothing is there, purely empty. So kind of awareness is there, that's all. Let it happen naturally. You don't need to, manipulate it. You don't need to purposely change it. Let it naturally go on. So it's a very natural blossoming of the mind. That's why beautifully mentioned in this certain suttas like Chetana Karaniya Sutta. So how these dhammas are coming, flowing to the mind, so that this natural unfolding happens. That's it. So we don't need to struggle asking, okay, so she said like that, let me try that. No need. So let our own natural path properly unfold. But at the beginning we need to purposely, do our practice. But later, once you establish yourself in this unattached state of mind, so it's a matter of maximizing it, dwelling in it, then slowly, mind will navigate. Like today morning, that one lady mentioned, last one, she mentioned, there's a thought coming, I just watch it, it's gone. I can't even find out what is there. Very beautifully mentioned. That's all. We don't need to struggle. We don't need to practice all the different kinds of Vipassana techniques. No time even. It's coming and simply noticing, gone. Simply noticing, gone. Simple as that. So the practice becomes more and more easier, effortless. And even once it is gone, don't think, okay, now what's going on? Who is seeing? Is there an observer? Then you are again adding unnecessary doubts. So that purposeful, deliberate investigation is not necessary now. So you need to change. Let the things unfold. You take the back seat. Let the whole thing, dissolve, including yourself. Just to dissolve. So no one to leave Kalalgoda. So nobody is there. Everything everybody dissolved, Kalalgoda. So they are coming and finding nobody is here. Everybody dissolved. Very interesting. That's all, no? You keep the mic like this. Uh-huh. Yeah, it depends on, how long it stays. So there are thoughts which stay longer in our mind. It occupies the mind considerable time. So that's why different techniques Buddha teaches. Say, if you consider Vitakka Sutta, there are 5 methods mentioned. But say they are necessary, that is only when the mind is fairly occupied by them. So you still don't have much amount of, mindfulness system developed, so they occupy yourself fairly. So then we need, strong medicine. But if it is symptoms are very minor symptoms, you don't need much medicine. Maybe Kottamalli is enough. Coriander is enough. You don't need even a Panadol. You don't need even, hard medicine. Just adbetak kati. Simple thing is enough. So like that. So this, as you mentioned, so analyzing the causes of that. That's one method Buddha mentioned. Yeah, even fine, because it promotes certain amount of yoniso manasikara, and it reveals about yourself. No problem. But interesting thing is, so assume that it will completely unwind the whole thing. So there are kind of a solid thought, there is solid lust available. So once you do a little bit of analysis, so everything starts dissolving. So nothing is there, empty, hollow. Too much. Yeah, that is your finding. No problem. So that is that through analysis, that is your finding, and then you decide, okay, no point of promoting it. Now you can easily let go without this another analysis, because you have observed that, you have experimented that, and you realize that useless. No point of spending more time on this further analysis, because and now let it go naturally. and without much analysis, you can simply let it go. Yeah. I mean, all these are valid methods actually. We are using time to time depending on the situation. But later, as in the morning that one lady mentioned, so now you don't need to struggle like that. And you simply see the presence, and once you notice it, it's gone. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, now then we have come to the end of the session. There is a little bit of sharing of merits. Today, breakfast dana is offered by Mr. and Mrs. Lionel Jayasinghe to mark their daughter Samurda's birthday and wish her good health and happiness. And then today lunch dana was offered by Mr. Sunil Cabral and Shriyani Cabral to transfer merits for their late parents and passed away relatives. Blessings for Bantes and Yogis. Dessert in memory of W. Mathugama father, passed away 20 years ago, 15th October 2003. So those are the little sharing of merits we have received. And with that, I like to invite Venerable Dhammalankara to conduct the traditional sharing of merits. And later you can give precepts as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's share our merits with past relatives and Devas, Brahmas, and whoever wants merits from us. Ittavakachammedi sampradam punya sampradam Sabhe deva anumodantu sabha sampatti siddhya. Ittavakachammedi sampradam punya sampradam Sabhe bhuta anumodantu sabha sampatti siddhya.
Ittavakachammedi sambatam punya sampadam Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu sasanam. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu desanam. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu mamparang. Langvo nyati nang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Hidangvo nyati nang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Hidangvo nyati nang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.